Simpsons Season 2 Trivia, Part 3. Big land. Here we go. Question number 1. In the episode One Fish, Two Fish, Blowfish, Bluefish, who voices sushi waiter Akira? Is it A, Hank Azaria, B, Pat Morita, C, George Takei, or D, James Hong?
Ooh, this is a tough one.
I know.
What was B again?
B was Pat Morita. Oh, it's the struggle face. Lan has the struggle face.
I'm going to go with Hank Azaria.
He's going with Hank Azaria. No! I'm sorry, that is not correct. However, if you were to bring up this question later on, it would be correct because Hank Azaria ended up voicing that character in later episodes. However, in this particular episode, the voice of Akira was George Takei.
Oh, damn it.
Which, of course, everybody knows who George Takei is with Oh My. B, obviously, Pat Morita. That was Mr. Miyagi. And then D, James Hong. For anybody who is not familiar with James Hong, he played who, Lan? In Big Trouble in Little China. Yeah, it was Lopan in Big Trouble in Little China. He was also...
He played everybody.
Yeah. I think I saw a quote from him that said, as long as they're looking for... And he goes on this whole list of just basically any old Asian guy. He's like, I will have work.
He's been in the most movies, like in Hollywood or something like that.
Yeah, it's a crazy stat. We'll have to bring that up in a later episode or do a short specifically on James Hong because that guy, he was a Mr. Ping in Kung Fu Panda. So, and when you see his face, you're like, oh yeah, that's him. All right, so you are 0 for 1. Here's number 2. What was the name of Homer's rival in Marge? What was the name of Homer's rival for Marge, voiced by John Lovitz in the episode The Way He Was? Was it A, Artie Ziff, B, Jay Sherman, C, Llewellyn Sinclair, or D, Avery Devereaux?
Artie Ziff.
Artie Ziff is correct! Now...
Back in the board, baby!
Do you know what all 4 of those characters have in common?
They're all played by John Lovitz.
They were all voiced by John Lovitz. Of course, Artie Ziff. He was the guy that was going up against Homer for the love of Marge. Artie Ziff ends up breaking the strap on her dress, I think, on prom night, which ends their date abruptly. So Jay Sherman, obviously, he was the critic. He was in the episode A Star is Burns, which gave us phenomenal lines like, I was yelling Boo Earns from Hans Moleman and... Barney's video and then the guy getting hit in the crotch with a football. It works on so many levels. Llewellyn Sinclair, he was the musical director for Oh Streetcar in the episode A Streetcar Named Marge. And then you have Avery Devereaux, who was in Homer Defined. That's the episode where Homer saves the power plant from a meltdown. And that would be all John Lovitz characters. All right, you're 1 for 2. Here's number 3. In Homer versus Lisa and the Eighth Commandment, Phil Hartman plays 3 characters. Which one of these is not played by Hartman? Is it A, Troy McClure, B, the Cable Guy, C, Moses, or D, Drederick Tatum?
That'd be Drederick Tatum.
Yeah! It is Drederick Tatum. So, of course, in that episode, Homer steals Cable, and they end up watching a Drederick Tatum fight, to which Homer then sits outside with Lisa because she's upset about stealing, while everybody else watches the fight. Tatum was actually voiced by Hank Azaria, although I think most recently, anytime Tatum is on screen, he is voiced by Jay Farrell, formerly of Saturday Night Live. All right, 2 for 3. Here's number 4. In the episode Principal Charming, which recurring character does not make their debut appearance? Because remember, we're only on season 2 here. Was it A, Hans Moleman, B, Groundskeeper Willie, C, squeaky-voiced teen, or D, Bumblebee Man? Which one of those 4 did not make their debut appearance in this episode?
What was the episode title again?
Principal Charming. Struggle face again, coming from...
I'm going to say Bumblebee Man.
Yeah! You are correct, sir. It was Bumblebee Man. The other 3 all did make their debut Hans Moleman, who we just talked about with the I was saying words, and groundskeeper Willie, just an absolute classic character. The squeaky voice teen, yes, I am interested in long distance savings. Very interested.
Very interested.
And then Bumblebee Man, he doesn't make his appearance, or his debut, I should say, until season 4, episode 6, the Itchy and Scratchy the movie.
Oh.
All right, you are 3 for 4. Here's number 5. What was the name of the car Homer designed in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Was it A, the Homer, B, the Simpsons, C, the Average Man, or D, the Herb?
I think it was A, the Homer.
Hey! It's 4 for 5, ladies and gentlemen. It was the Homer. Of course, Danny DeVito guest starred in that episode as Homer's half-brother, Herb Powell. Or Unky Herb to Bart, Lisa, and Maggie, if she could talk. All right, final one here. Number 6. What family heirloom does Santa's little helper destroy in Bart's Dog Gets an F? Was it A, a grandfather clock, B, a Bouvier family quilt, C, Marge and Homer's wedding album, or D, Bart's first A?
It was the family quilt.
It was the family quilt. Congratulations. You went 5 for 6, my good man. So it was a Bouvier family quilt, which of course then gets Lisa to learn how to sew later. I still remember that whole weird scene where they burn the tip and she pokes it with the needle and all that weird crap. So Santa's little helper also in that episode destroys Homer's brand new shoes. Do you remember what those shoes were called?
Dang it, I just saw them. I can't remember.
I believe they just started making these. Like somebody did. They're the
I think it was a prototype. Yeah,
Assassin athletic shoes, which cost him $125. All right, Big Lane with 5 for 6. Hopefully you did a little bit better on this one. You went 6 for 6, but lots more Simpsons videos on the way. So please make sure you're clicking that like button down below and subscribe if you were not already.